Moving on to the top sports story of the week.
Yes, Laura.
Thank you very much, guys. Well, Scotland has a new world champion, and darts is once again where we are excelling. Gary Anderson won back-to-back PDC world titles in 2015 and 2016, and this week the flamboyant Peter Wright added his name to the trophy. So who is the man with the multi-coloured mohawks and the pretty full-on face paint? He started his professional career 25 years ago, and this, his first world title, comes at the age of 49. That makes him the second oldest player to ever win the trophy, behind darts legend Phil Taylor, who won the last of his 16 titles at the age of 52. Now, darts is nowadays, of course, as much about the hype as the game itself, and Wright walks on to one of Nick's favourite tunes, Don't Stop the Party by Pitbull, of course, what else? And he goes by the name of Snakebite when he's at the oche. Nothing to do with the boozy drink, by the way. He says he just likes snakes. So this was just his second victory in a major final. He lost 10 of his previous 11 final appearances. And now he's eyeing another prize, the top spot in the world rankings, which is currently held by Dutchman Michael van Gerwen, who Wright beat in this week's world final. He's currently second. So what a journey for the man born in Livingston then. This was him when he was definitely born in Livingston.
His hair is a bit like yours.
I know, well, I thought I'd match just in honour of Peter Wright. Michelle, I'm going to start with you, and I'm going to start with a question that comes up a lot when we talk about darts. Is it a sport?
I think it is, and actually, whilst I'm not a great fan, I have to be honest here.
Shame on you.
I know, but there is an undeniable skill, and actually all credit to Peter Wright for getting to where he was. It must have been hours and hours of practice to get to that point.
Are you impressed with him becoming a world champion in darts as you would be as another athlete in a world competition of any other sport?
If I were to answer that and say no, it would probably be saying something about how keen I am on darts. And I don't want to say, in fairness to him, you know, good on him and well done. I'm just not a great darts fan, and I didn't give up a New Year's Day to watch him, and I'm just being very honest in that.
Fair enough.
Taslim, do you think that darts champions are given as much credit as other athletes?
I don't really think so, because, I mean, it's definitely he should be recognised for his achievement, you know, going on the world stage, but I don't think they get enough credit for it. We don't see as much kind of demand or as much excitement, and perhaps that's just media coverage, you know. I think that, I think it's just great that he's achieved up to this level, and I think there'd be more people who might actually kind of look into darts. You never know.
It's changed so much as a game.
It really has.
Absolutely.
We were watching some footage of Jockey Wilson, which I think we have.
To ask this question, I probably just instinctively wouldn't describe darts as a sport. I would describe it as a game of skill. But then it's not that different from archery. You know, it's just it's kind of the same thing.
As dangerous.
You are aiming a pointed target at a round board, and just one has slightly a bigger bit of equipment to be able to achieve that. And
but you can't hold a cigarette and fire a bow and arrow.
No, although, I mean, that would be really skillful. Well, I mean, that might take it into the extra level, you know, for sport.
Well, you could in your mouth.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
I mean, a pint of fag and a bow and an arrow would be really impressive stuff.
Don't try this at home.
It's probably just as well that people don't drink at games anymore then, isn't it? Because it would be even more dangerous, potentially.
Yes.
Especially the archery.
Other sports then, just a quick fire around golf.
Snooker.
What do we think? Sports? Any of them?
I mean,
Golf.
Yeah,
Classic.
golf, yes.
Definitely.
So, okay, horse racing?
Yeah, we were talking, it's a sport for the horse.
It's a sport for the horse, but not for the jockey.
I mean, again, the physical fitness aspect of it, I think that you do have to be relatively fit to competitively play golf.
Yeah.
And horse jockeys as well. But snooker...
There's probably loads of people screaming at their
Yes,
tabs.
exactly.
I apologise.
So maybe we should move on.
Yeah, so let's move on.
Leave it there before we get into bother. And I didn't even have time to tell you about my famous darts playing with Bobby George.
Play Bobby
Oh,
George.
we'll keep that for another time.
Next time.
Louise.
Now, yesterday, an employment tribunal in England ruled that ethical veganism is a philosophical belief, and so it should be protected by equality laws.
So the landmark case comes at the start of Veganuary. This is an event, of course, that's been around for a few years now, which encourages people to go meat and dairy-free and animal product-free generally for the first month of the year. Could you do that, Louise?
Oh, I'm not sure. No. I tell you who is.
Right. So, Michelle, New Year's resolutions, a load of old twaddle or actually worthwhile. Do you have any yourself?
Well, yeah, I've got one, but it's a completely different thing. I did a music degree at what is now the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland, and so I made a resolution. I really need to practice the piano more because it's a skill you spend years building up, but if you don't use it, you lose it.
So that's a positive thing as opposed to giving something up, which is becoming more trendy, I think.
I'm not giving up dairy. I don't eat a lot of meat, but I'm not giving up
Anyone else
dairy.
giving anything up? Food?
Kat's face says absolutely not.
No, I couldn't. That I don't have any problem with people being vegans or vegetarians, or it's just not for me. I think that it's quite laudable to do this for the kind of intentions that, particularly now that it's being talked about in a sort of environmental context. I don't think it's necessarily as healthy or has the kind of health benefits that a lot of people talk about. I think because a balanced diet doesn't, if you strip out all of these, sort of like animal, dairy and meat.
Tasman's nodding vigorously. Do you agree?
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that we do need to start eating healthily, but we do need our nutrients.
Say New Year's resolutions in general. Do you have any?
Oh, I do. I want to kind of like get more fitter and healthier this year, and that's my kind of New Year's resolution for the year, which is I've kind of gone off the bandwagon over Christmas and New Year's.
I'm sure you're not alone.
Well, in fact, Laura McGhie has actually, you're doing something very noble for January.
Noble? I'm giving up alcohol. I'm doing dry January, but that's mainly to do with my bank balance and my liver than anything else. So.
The bars of Glasgow will be closing down.
Yes, sorry, bars of Glasgow.
Right, okay, we are almost out of time, but do remember to get in touch with us on social media. Let us know your thoughts.
7 days till next Saturday. Thanks very much to our guests, Michelle Thompson, Tasman Nazir and Kat Headley. Laura Goodwin will be here tomorrow at 7 with Sunday's headlines. Join her then if you can. In the meantime, that's it from us.
That is it. Have a good evening and bye-bye for now.